Hello, this is second lecture of this series, Input, Output Variables and Numbers in Python. So, in last lecture, we have discussed about how to install Python, Introduction to Python. So, let's get started. First of all, we take input in Python using input function. For example, if we take, first of all, type Python and Python 3.8 started. Now type input. It will ask for some input. You can see we have given input hello world and it's printing hello world. And default type of input is string. So we can type type of input and it will ask you for input. Even if we give 29 as our input, it will return string. You can see it's returning string as output. So type of 29 is string, and we can change that by typing int before input. So let's talk about output in Python. And output in Python, we output something using print function. We can see sorry you can see it's printing hello world. And print state function has 5 parameters: value, separator, end, flush and file. And value, obviously it's compulsory to pass in print function, and these are optional parameters, and these two are important parameters, so we'll discuss these. If we want to print these numbers, then you can see it's printing 1 space 2 space 3 and all the numbers in space separated manner. Now if you want to separate these by comma, then we can add comma and a space for better visual, and all these numbers are now comma separated. Now what's use of end parameter? So default value of end is \n. If you type print one, it will return 1. Let's code this in Spider, and you can see if you want to print all these numbers, then these numbers will print out in new line, every number in new line. And if you want these in single line, then we have to pass end equals to whatever we want. Let's take end equals to space again, and doesn't matter for last print statement. Now you can see it's printing space separated numbers, and these are quite helpful for these type of queries, like first take a variable n equals to Python. Now print every character in our string, print ni. It will print every character in new line, but if we want to print all those characters in a single line, then we can just pass int parameter to this, and our output will be Python in a single line. And if you want, you can do anything here. If you want space, then just type space and Python will be space separated. You can do anything here, like this. You can see P exclamation, every character is separated by exclamation and also ended with exclamation. So what are variables in Python? We assign, so this is a pseudocode to assigning a variable value to a variable, and let's take speed of light, just a variable name, and this is the value. So and since we have assigned integer to this variable, the type of this variable will be int. We can type you can see its type is int. Now we can assign variables in single line, like a comma b comma c equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3, and if we want to print a, it would print 1, and if we want to print b, it would print 2. Now a plus b plus c is 6, and it's printing 6. What are numbers in Python? There is only two type of numbers, int, nothing like long or anything else, just int and float. It can store as large numbers as you have storage for it, and it all depends upon your computer. So now if you want to convert these to int of n, it will return 101. You can see it's 101, and it can only convert characters, string which has digits in that string. And if you want to convert this, see a comma b, just ab to int, it will return an error. You can see value error. And we can convert this ab in int, since it can be a hexadecimal number, so we can convert this hexadecimal number, base is 16, so it will return 171. And there is two parameters in int, the string and the base. So now we can convert anything, like let's take n equals to 101 and int of n comma base 2, it will return binary 2. Since this is base 2, then int will assume this is as binary number and convert it to decimal, and will return 5. Now that's it for this lecture. We can do some fun thing to Python. Just type this, it will show you a beautiful poem like this. Read this in your computer. And thank you for watching this video.